I am Maggie Hyde, you guys. A little about me. I'm a single mom. Yeah, no parents out there? Huh?
Not yet.
Not yet? Nobody? Yeah, just wait, you know? Did you have a good Mother's Day?
My mom had a good one.
Yeah. Was it stressful for you? Is it hard being around your mom?
Yeah.
Guess what? It's hard for us to be around you too. I had the best Mother's Day I've ever had, and I was with none of my children.
Yes.
I was like, should I feel guilty? I was like, nah, I'm not going to feel guilty about this. But you know what happened to me last Mother's Day? My 20-year-old son gave me a joint. And he was like, it is my dream to smoke weed with you. And I was like, it is my dream to go in the shower and smoke weed without you. You know, it's crazy when I have a lot of kids, you guys, you know. But I do surprisingly well on dating apps. And I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. And then they find out it's because I have 4. So that was kind of a long segue into that. You know, it's hard when you have a lot of kids because you have to kind of parent them differently. So this kid was like, smoke weed with me. And I'm like, I would never. But, you know, my 24-year-old son, you know, I'm like, yeah, he and his girlfriend, I did do mushrooms with them. And I was like, I would never do that with my daughter. She's 11. You know, I do have boundaries. I do have some boundaries. I'm not the worst mother ever, you guys. You know, I've actually been pretty good. And I love being a mom. But you know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. Ooh, a lot of first pancakes out there. But I think it's more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. None of my kids like that joke very much. Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, no kidding. Especially my first pancake. You know, she is so mad at me about this joke. She disinvited me from her wedding. Yeah, and I was like, honey, you don't understand. You don't get to redo the special days like weddings in your life unless you're me. And then you get a couple. If you didn't guess it, I've been married twice. You can actually get worse at something. But in my defense, at the end of my last marriage, I was willing to do anything to save it. I learned to cook. I went to therapy. I even took a class on how to give a great blowjob. Yeah, and it's not that I learned anything that technical, but I did learn that the secret to giving a great blowjob is pretending you like doing it. So I guess it was more of an acting class. Did you guys know on the Chinese calendar it's year of the tiger? Yeah, I had a birthday recently, and some people don't like their birthday because it reminds them that they're older, but not me. You know, I'm still young, I'm still vibrant, I'm still dating 26-year-olds. Yes, let's hear it for those younger guys, right? They are a lot of fun, younger guys. But you know, you always worry that there's like an expiration date, you know, because they're bound to say something stupid, do something insensitive, get grounded. And, you know, I kind of have gotten a little vulnerable, like, dating this younger guy, because, like, you know, I'm afraid, like, he's turning me into a hipster or something. I've got the vinyl now, and I'm, like, fear that I'm one fedora away from buying a goat farm. I mean, what are my children going to say? I just have no idea. You know, and one of my girlfriends was like, is he your boyfriend? I'm like, hell no, he's my fuck boy. You know? Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes. Exactly. You know, are you guys glad to be rid of the mask? Is everybody thrown away? Yes, yes. Yes. I am so relieved, but there is one thing I've sort of missed about, you know, like the pandemic. Early on, it gave me a great excuse of why I didn't have to take my kids to Disneyland. You know, if you're a parent in Southern California and you can afford to go and you don't want to go, you're like the Grinch or something. Because Disneyland's like a spiritual journey for kids. Like, that's why I used to tell my youngest that the park was in Massachusetts. Yeah, she's getting a little old for that. But I think the real reason I hate Disneyland is the rides remind me of a map of all my failed relationships. Like, take the Splash Mountain ride. It reminds me of all my hookups. Never as wet as I thought I would be. Hey. And God, I wish there weren't any pictures. Oh, those pictures, right? You know about the pictures. And that Small World ride, it reminds me of divorce. I mean, at the end of the day, you're in the dark, it takes forever, and I'm just stuck with a bunch of singing children. Oh, no. I can still hear them. I can still hear them. It's a world of lawyers, a world of of tears. It's a world of secrets and wasted years. There's so much that we share that it's time to beware. Why did I ask for full custody? Yeah. Oh, it's hard. Yeah. Did you guys know they don't serve alcohol at Disneyland?
They don't.
They do.
No, yeah, you would know that if you were a parent. You know, they try to sell California Adventure as a separate theme park, but it's just a bar for grown-ups, you guys. We would go there if there was a tire swing and a keg, right? Yeah. Well, thank you. That part of my set was brought to you by Knott's Berry Farm. They have booze because they only have Snoopy and candle making. You have to have something. So, you know, like, I'm on the wrong side of 30 and 40, in case you couldn't guess. And but I have learned a lot. And do you want to know a secret? Do you want to know the best pickup line for a woman over 40, you guys? Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Or a guy, I guess. Let me see your ID. Yeah. That's how I ended up sleeping with like 6 cashiers from Trader Joe's.
Hell yeah.
You gotta love a man in a Hawaiian shirt, right? Yeah, you know, young guys have hit on me a lot, but you know, they don't want a relationship. They're not really that into it. They just want the story, the magic of the MILF. And they'll be like, please, 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 I've been so good. I'm like, what am I, Santa? And then afterwards, I'm like, ho, 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 maybe I am Santa. Yeah, that's fun. Back to the young guys. Gosh, it's like, where am I? It's like everything I was going to say to you guys just fell into a black hole. I'm sure I had something brilliant, but I don't know where it went. I guess I'll leave you guys with this. You know, another kind of benefit to this whole pandemic period is it gave me an excuse to give up on dating apps because you know, I just really didn't want to worry about COVID and herpes at the same time. It's just a lot. Because I really hate dating apps. I really feel like they've turned people into the equivalent of fast food. They're not good for you, but they're hot and available right now. Like this one guy I dated, he was just like Chick-fil-A. Warm, delicious, but my gay friends were not having it.
Homophobic as fuck.
Yeah. And this other guy, he was just like Subway, a foot long, but kind of weird with my kid. Yeah, a lot of Jared fans out there. And the last guy, I mean, he was truly a happy meal. He left a smile on my face, but the toy was the best part. Thank you guys, I'm Maggie Hyde. Thank you so much.